Thanos, they tried to turn him into he was Raj Al Ghul.
Yeah, he was Galactic Raj Al Ghul. That's who he was. That's exactly who he was.
Like if you're gonna bring him in, like you're going, like they were afraid to go into the nihilists, and this dude was just worshiping death. Like he just wanted to kill people.
Man, welcome back, or welcome for the first time. Listen, man, this is going to be a great episode. I want to first and foremost welcome the man of the hour, the Tower of Power, our guest, our son, the voice of reason, Randy Green. What's going on, my dude?
What's up, man? What's up? What's good, man? I have to apologize for all the invitations that I missed. Shout out to Quincy for inviting me so many times and me missing so many opportunities. So my apologies for that. But it's dope to be here, man. It's like sort of recognizing everybody from their digital lives, and then being here with everybody. This is dope. I appreciate this. This makes me very happy.
Oh man, it's our pleasure just as much as it is yours. We got on the panel tonight, QP the Source. What's going on, my dude?
Everything is great. Got Randy on now. Real quick, I think I met Randy through my brother, but we hooked up Plymouth Meeting Mall, one of the people that are responsible for me loving DC, because I was just Marvel at one time, and he's like, "Oh, check this expand." He's like, "Try this out." He threw the Justice League versus Avengers at me under what was the Red Hood one when he came back. He's like, "Yeah, check all this out," and like it kind of expanded from there. So, kind of a comic sensei here. He got me going, expanding my views there. So I appreciate him.
The title was actually so when I worked at Amalgam Comics, and shout out to all my people from Amalgam. The title Comicbook Jedi was bestowed on me, so that's the one I've been using for a long time. Okay. Yeah, we when Amalgam just closed in October, and we had been open for almost 7 years, and we're doing our thing. And one of the things that I felt was just a good thing to do was to be able to expand people into whatever they was reading. You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool. If this is your thing, cool. Let me just give you this real quick. Check this out. I used to do a thing with All-Star Superman where I would sell it to people, and if they read it and didn't like it, I would buy it back from them personally.
When I worked at Blockbuster, I did that with what the heck was it? Oh my gosh.
Titanic.
It was no,
Porn?
Boondock Saints.
Okay, but here's the funny thing: I never bought one back. I must have sold 100 copies of that book. Never, ever once had to buy one back.
That's word.
Never happened in life.
Wow. All right, Mike, Professor Mike Jones, the only other man on the panel that can be like comparable in height to Mr. Randy Green, because y'all too tall drinks of water. Just saying.
About 6'15".
Yeah.
I'm all right. I do all right. I'm about 6'2".
All right. You didn't kill any customers this week, right?
It came damn close. Shit. Somebody almost got sacrificed. I promise.
I'm with it.
I can't take it.
I'm with it.
I was glad to see everybody. Got to see Randy. We go back to Full On Nerd, way back in the day. You were in Full On Nerd, Rashid's group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Still around?
Yeah, it's still around. I'm still around there. They still wilding out. Wilding out. You know what I mean? It's Empty Feelings Friday. You know what I mean? They still getting wild.
Jay, you in it too?
They still do Titty Tuesday?
Yeah. I haven't been able to catch up with anybody in a minute. They used to do like the holiday parties and whatnot, and I think they were doing one. They were trying to do another one this year, but I wasn't able to make it because I'm out here in Cali right now.
Oh yeah, yo! Shout out to Gangsta Grass, man. Y'all doing some big things, man.
We're having fun, man. We're having a good time. Making up a bunch of shows.
America's Got Talent.
Oh, stop it! Yo, that was a weird experience. But Terry Crews is a cool bull. Terry Crews is a very cool dude. He's a good egg. He's hilarious. But no, it's we're just out here running the streets of California right now. We are up in Washington and Oregon doing some stuff and having a good time, man. Making up some shows that we had to cancel in April because everybody got COVID. You know what I mean? So now we're just chilling, doing a show in like an hour. So I was like, you know what? Let me get down with my people first, and then I'll get down with my people.
That's what's up. Everybody heard Meghan the Oracle? Welcome back.
I'm here.
Yeah. Good to see you. J Pat, Ultra Doom himself.
Yo.
Word. And
What's
the
up,
birthday
everybody?
girl, Tosh.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Tasha.
Hello.
We love you.
Thank
we
you
love
guys.
you. Happy 28th birthday to Tosh.
Quit
All
lying.
y'all
It's
creepers
16.
stay down.
It's 16. Quit lying.
All the creepers go away because Tosh.
She's 12,
Tosh is 12.
like that football
like
player.
The football player.
The tattoo and the mustache.
That drove.
That was a weird.
That
She
drove
look younger than him.
Yeah, I don't
She
get his
look
own.
younger than him for real.
All right, since we have Randy Green on the show, we're going to roll right into this because he's a busy man. We're going to get onto this, and thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us tonight.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
We're going to jump straight in, man. James Gunn. Basically, he took over DC, him and his partner, and he's shaking the world up. And that's the biggest thing right now. QP, you've got the main point that we want to hit on, right? So it's Gunn and the fact that we kind of he shooed aside the Wonder Woman writer, which we all wanted to happen, but then he also shelved Cavill because he wants to go younger.
I don't like this shit. Yeah, I'm like, you can go first, Randy. You can go first, but
So,
I don't like this.
So they make the announcement. I'm watching Henry on a bunch of stuff. He's excited. The dude is happy. I'm dumb happy about this. Man of Steel is my favorite movie of all time. I just watched it again the other night. I just watched Zack Snyder Justice League after that, just because when this announcement was made, like it literally broke my heart. I was like, what? Can we curse on here?
Yeah, run it.
I was like, what the fuck, son?
Fuck yeah.
Yo, it really did break my heart. And it, as a Superman guy, right, I'm going to rep, whatever they're going to do, and I will rep for it. But I think a lot of this is more about James Gunn's ego and him wanting to put his stamp on a Superman thing. When you regardless of whatever anybody might think of who their favorite, whatever, all of this American comics mythology was born from Superman, right?
Yes.
And so to really, you want to stake your claim, you got to put your stamp on it. There are Donner people and there are Snyder people, and he wants to have his own thing. All right, I get that, and I'll support it because it's Superman. But I think I'm hoping he doesn't let his ego write checks that his ass can't cash. I going back and watching Man of Steel again, and like I said, I've seen this movie at least 150 times. The thing that as the more I watch it, the thing that I'm starting to understand why people didn't like it, and the reason why is because the idea of this person, this being existing in a world where there was nothing like him before, in an ultra cynical world, how would he be responded to, right? Mm-hmm. Most of the people that didn't like the movie would be the same type of people that would respond negatively to him, right? Mm-hmm. And because they only exist in a world where this fictional character exists, they know how it should be in their head. But in this world, that thing doesn't exist. So when this guy shows up, just trying to do the right thing in this Snyder-based universe, they don't know. A lot of people don't know how to react to it, and that's how people were reacting to the movie. So the idea of it not being, all puppies and kittens like whatever Superman they're used to, it fucked with a lot. All right, fine. But the thing that I'm kind of scared of, looking at Guardians of the Galaxy, which worked. Guardians of the Galaxy worked.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, for me, didn't work. It was trying too hard. Suicide Squad, for me, didn't work. It was trying too hard to be like, I'm kind of witty, and you know what I mean, and ignoring the idea of the stakes involved. For me, with Superman stuff, there are stakes involved, and while the thing is that he's inspiring people from a place of very of huge stakes, and I'm hoping that he gets that. I'm hoping that James Gunn is able to sort of put down his little comedy routines and, his Weasel and, Polka Dot Man shit and sort of set that aside and make a quality movie. I know he's a talented director and so on and so forth. From what I know, a pretty good writer, and I'm hoping that he's able to put a lot of that goofball shit to the side and make a quality movie. That's my hope.
But he's not going to be doing the.
He's
going
to be writing it though.
He's in charge of.
He's writing it.
Is he going?
He's not directing it. He's writing. He's writing.
Was it announced?
I read it.
And I don't. The thing I don't need is, you know what I mean. You don't need to laugh like a funny Superman. We don't want a funny Superman. We want a real Superman. We want. I mean, from my point of view, at least. Yeah, I want it. But I want there to be stakes involved. I want it to. And if you go back and watch Man of Steel, while there were amusing moments, I don't need that. I don't need funny. So one of the reasons why I didn't like Thor Ragnarok, I didn't like Guardians 2, I didn't like Love and Thunder, because they were trying too hard to be funny. I don't need this shit to be funny. You know what I mean? There's plenty of funny shit. I want to smile. I want the end of it to be, you want to feel good. I want, and at the end of Man of Steel, regardless of the chaos of it, because there would be chaos, but at the end of it, I felt good about it, right? And I'm hoping that he's capable.
You sound this. I said the same thing about some of these Disney Plus shows. There are no stakes. I said the same thing. I think this funny shit. Like, I can't do it. I'm not even concerned about. I'm not too worried about that with Superman. But the Cavill thing kind of sums up that whole cast. Yeah. It was a waste of opportunity for all of them. Like, it was a waste. Like, Gal wasted, Ben, Henry, Jason's probably been.
And again, this is and one of the things that one of the points that has to be made is that this isn't a DC thing. This is a Warner Brothers thing. Warner Brothers, because they were so desperate to be, making $1 billion out the gate on everything, didn't, because Disney was making $1 billion out the gate, and 5 or 6 movies in. They wanted to be making $1 billion out the gate, and I'm like, you're not going to do that.
The Avengers money. The Avengers movie changed everything, and they wanted everybody who had property wanted that money. Yeah, they wanted the Avengers money,
and you're not going to get that. No, but if the idea is to build a world, then let the fucking world build. You know what I'm saying? And that was the problem. And so when they pulled the rug out from under Schneider. And then, they went all these different directions and, trying to catch up. I'm like, no, just let your shit build. You know what I'm saying? And you had a good build going. Aquaman made $1 billion fucking.
See, here's the thing, too. Like, if you would have kept the path on what you were doing with your vision, that dark alternative, like, people would have had something else to look at when
Exactly.
Marvel went juice boxing, candy canes, and all that other shit. Because it's like because you're trying to do what they're doing, and it's like the same fucking thing. Like instead of having an alternative, like you can again, I said this before, like if you want to do that shit, like the Disney Plus shit, then you can go ahead and have it. I need an alternative.
Exactly. And they had it. And they walked away from it. And now, you're kind of scared because you got a guy that's done that juice boxes and candy canes shit. And is it going to work? And I'm very, very cautiously optimistic. But me, I'll be first in line if it's got Superman in it. But I worry. You know what I mean?
But let's look at this.
mean,
Let's look at the comparison of the
Bill?
teams and the people that Gunn has had to deal with, or the teams that he's, the movies he's done. He did Guardians, C-list team. He's done Suicide Squad, B-minus team.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So these cats automatically out of the gate weren't taken seriously in the first place. And so he wanted to put a spin on it, right?
Yeah.
So he put a spin on it. He got some laughs, got some money out of it, but now he's got to deal with some heavy hitters.
Yeah. Now I want to see what he's got because it worked. Guardians worked.
I think it worked, but I think that the fact is that he's playing to the strength of the character. Nobody knew who the hell Peter Quill was. Gamora, Rocket, Drax, Harley Quinn, unless you watch the show, all the rest of these cats that he had to deal with on, with the level of characters that he had to deal with. Make them funny, make them memorable, but now he's dealing with Soups, Bats, and all the rest of these people. Maybe he'll step up his game and say, all right, I can't make him laugh the whole time.
That's my hope.
But see, this is going to his strength, right? You just talked about it. Nobody cares what you do to Unknown's origins. Nobody gives it. Nobody's gonna fucking blast you on the internet or whatever. Nobody cares. It's the guys that have mythos established where you're going to run in the problems. I'm sorry, Megan. Go ahead. You had your hand raised.
No, I was. No. I was just gonna say he's done a lot of original characters too. Yeah. Like Super and Bilko Experiment and Slither. He's had a plethora of original content.
And it was darker, right? It wasn't always humorous.
That was crazy. It wasn't happy. It was dark. It was upsetting.
And so I think that his spin on whatever he feels he's reading is a positive thing. He takes it and elevates it. And I think when it comes to characters with a deeper history and a deeper mythos, I personally think he's going to spin it up and be proper, because if he doesn't, he knows he's already established himself and posted himself out as a fan. Quincy has said it all the time. We don't need suits making decisions. We want fans making decisions. And Gunn's a huge fan.
Didn't he say he wants to do Kingdom Come?
Yeah.
Didn't he
I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
My thing is real quick is everybody seems to be against comedy since the Thor movies. These movies have always had some points of levity, some jokes or something. A little bit of comedy isn't a bad thing. We don't need these movies to be uber depressing either.
Okay.
Hold on. Love and Thunder again. Ever.
Okay, so
we don't need that. Hell no. But something lighten the mood here and there.
But
we're not talking Taika. We're talking James
This
Gunn.
is what I'll say to that. Like I like Guardians. Randy, I love Guardians too, and I like Ragnarok. But what I say to that is like Watiki, where is he did too much.
No, we don't want that.
I said, comparing this to baking a cake or something. Like, oh, they like chocolate cake. Let me put double the amount of sugar, double the amount of flour, double the amount of everything. Like, they gotta love it, right? Like, fuck no. Like, there has to be a balance. Like,
yeah, right.
Like,
I'm agreeing with you.
That's not how you make
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying,
there is a science.
It seems to be a turn against these like levity
because it's overdone. Anything in excess is bad.
Well, but it's only been access in one or two movies.
What?
And it was excess.
Disney Plus.
Nobody was worse than Taika. Nobody was worse than Taika. But the thing is that those are the movies that are most recent.
Say it again, Jay.
I said Disney Plus is
full comedy.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Don't say it's not.
Don't
say it's not. Yeah.
But if you read any of the Ms. Marvel stuff, the Ms. Marvel it's a very lighthearted book, so it works, right? if you read any of the classic She-Hulk stuff, the John Byrne stuff,
Yes, I got it.
pure comedy. So for me,
Yes, it
that
was.
worked, right?
See, but with the She-Hulk, though, it was a little
Did you like
different.
She-Hulk?
I enjoyed
I loved it.
I hate it.
She-Hulk was a little
I hated
different.
She-Hulk.
With the
She-Hulk
exception
with the
of
Byrne stuff
Scar,
for
like
She-Hulk, it was almost like he was writing this comedy as like from the point of view of the reader, right? Like it was like what you think the reader would be thinking. But in the Disney Plus stuff, it was what the writers were thinking.
Same thing.
So if the writers were like pissed off at the fandom, they're projecting that onto the characters.
They were spinning up social media is what they were doing. That's what they were doing.
Which I like. I liked that they were throwing it back at them. I did.
Yeah, I like the fact
everything
they were throwing.
They were attacking the comment section. They was attacking the comment
How do
section.
you attack the people that are supposed to be
the
watching?
comment section before the comment section happened.
No,
Because they knew what they were doing,
because they knew people were assholes.
Because the comment sections are the same.
Negative.
They're all in every post. They say the same thing.
They knew that what they were doing was shitty, and they knew people were going to hate it.
No,
so
I'm not going to say that. They say that.
They preemptively trolled the trolls for them trolling.
The same trolls say the same thing all the time.
They got ahead of it because of the fact that my father always told me, if you can laugh at yourself before anybody else can, then you've already actually won.
I mean, that show was bad. That show was bad. It was bad. The story was bad. CGI was bad. Like it was.
The CGI was crap. That's because they rushed
I give you the CGI.
Can you tell me what that season was about? What was the point of that season?
Can you tell me what go back and tell me what any of the John Byrne She-Hulk stuff was about? Nothing.
But see, that doesn't work for like 8 episodes. Like
it's her life in general.
No,
it was a comedy.
No, it doesn't.
That's the whole thing.
Hold on. I've watched comedies, and there are points in those. Like there was no point to that show.
Again,
if you ever watch Friends, there's no point in Friends.
What was the point of Seinfeld?
Again,
hold on. Seinfeld. It depends on what episode you're talking about. I can tell you the point of the episode. Megan, like She-Hulk had no point.
Exactly.
No point.
And there was no point to it. If you particularly the John Byrne She-Hulk stuff.
So again,
Titan.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna circle back. I'm gonna circle back to my disclaimer with that show. Like, if that's what y'all gonna do with that type of thing, it ain't for me.
I told you I can watch 25 episodes of that show. It was just funny. It was entertaining. I was good. I loved it.
I hope that show never comes back.
It did exactly what it was supposed to do.
I've watched like full seasons of that show.
Because if you look at like Moon Knight was pretty dark. Falcon and Winter Soldier was pretty dark, which to me was the best show they did. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was my favorite one. That thing was on point. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and love that show.
Okay, all right, we're good.
Moon Knight they were all pretty, they all sort of.
They all thought you said Moon Knight was your favorite show.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Wait a minute. We were like, wait a minute. Hold on, sir.
I enjoyed Moon Knight. It was a little bit. They took it a little bit far. With the whole Bendis thing of making him like split personality kind of thing.
Moon Knight should have been 12 episodes because the last episode was everything compact. We needed
Moon Knight needed to be a guest episode on somebody else's show.
I see that.
That's what he needed to do. And he didn't need to be his own episode. He needed to be on a Punisher one episode or something. That's what he needed to be.
But I think the most, and I think at the very least, with Marvel, because they had so much, you can go ahead and do different levels of stuff, and that's fine. And they were doing a good job of it for a while, right? And now, with the exception of them not being able to make a quality villain, everything is kind of goofy. You know what I mean?
The quality. Namor was quality. I have to give him thumbs up on that, and he lived.
One more time.
And I said Namor was quality, and he lived.
Yeah. And but how many is that out of 25 movies and 15 shows?
And
One.
they fought him on a boat.
They went to his yard and fought him in his yard, and they still won. How do you fight somebody in their own yard and they won?
The other thing that made me that I found interesting was like I'm not sure why they're so afraid of actual villainy.
Yeah.
Like they're terrified by the idea of villainy. More than anything else, General Zod was a villain. He was a murderous villain. I don't care what you think about Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor was a villain.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix. Venom. Yeah.
Steppenwolf was a villain.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Well, are you talking about in Joker?
Joaquin?
Joker.
Yeah. Was it Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, that's him.
Joaquin?
Joaquin.
Yeah, we can call him.
It's spelled with a J.
Yeah, we can call him Joaquin.
Okay,
I'm gonna call him Daryl. I don't give a damn.
We can call him Joaquin. How about this? The Joker. What's the film? There you go.
The Joker.
Their villainy was impressive, right? And I feel like Disney is so scared of villains. Like,
what about Kang? How do we feel that they're gonna approach Kang?
We'll see. I'm curious. I want to see. I love John Major.
Because he's gonna be the new, Big bad.
But at some point, you're supposed to feel bad for all other villains, and I don't want to feel bad.
And to your point, the whole spin that like none of the Marvel villains were actually villains, like that pisses me off when people say that. Like I'm sorry, like they've killed someone in these movies. Like okay, well, like they like were they wrong? Like their ideals may not have been wrong, but your methods, how you get to these goals, like that makes you the villain. Like that's what it is. Like, don't give me Killmonger wasn't a villain. Don't give me Submariner. I'm calling him Submariner. I'm not calling him Namir. Submariner was a villain. In Thanos, they tried to turn him into. He was Raj Al Ghul.
Yeah, he was Galactic Raj Al Ghul. That's who he was. That's exactly who he was.
Like if you're going to bring him in, like you're going, like they were afraid to go into the Nihilists, and this dude was just worshiping death. Like he just wanted to kill people. Simple as it gets.
All right, check it. I got a real big question. I know we give DC hell for killing off all the bad guys, but how many DC bad guys have actually lived? I honestly don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Well, I mean, go ahead, because I got an answer.
Freeze!
How many of them died? Or how many of them lived?
How many of them lived?
Well, again, and that's the thing with a lot of these comic book movies, because
that's all the comic book movies. Yes, like they kill
Ocean Master,
all their villains.
Huh?
Ocean Master's still alive.
Oh yeah, he lived.
Savannah is still alive.
Okay.
Captured, but still alive.
Savannah?
I don't even remember. I really do not remember the end of Wonder Woman 84. That movie just...
it was bad.
Oh,
I didn't make it there.
Yeah, man.
It was so bad.
Oh, God.
It was bad.
That was heartbreakingly bad.
He got on my nerves in that movie. He was so corny to me.
Like, all right, if you're going to... And that was another movie that I feel like got Disney-fied. They Disney-fied the shit out. You got fucking... Maxwell Lord is a terrible person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to feel bad for Maxwell Lord. He's like a Purple Man.
He's like Purple Man from Marvel,
or even Cheetah for that moment. For that,
I don't want to feel bad for them.
Cheetah was trash, but her character, like animated and books, dig it.
I don't remember anything in that movie.
I liked how it looked.
I'm so upset they introduced Joe Manganiello as Slade, because he would have been such a great.
Oh my god, dude, it's so good.
Oh my god,
good.
Yeah. Like, I mean, he hasn't been in any movie, so maybe
he did was show up on a yacht. All he did, he pulled a party move. He showed up on a yacht.
Dude, I watched that scene over and over again just to see the two of them together.
Great,
just to see Deathstroke and Luthor together. Like,
woo. Going back to the...
Can we talk about how that skinny ass Luthor is like...
Going back to them killing villains in movies, like it's a mistake. Like there's nothing more dangerous than a superhero supervillain rematch, and like I can't really think of one that was provided. Like, okay, y'all had the initial conflict, but now you kind of know each other now, and like they just keep killing
That's why.
villains.
That's why I wanted a Man of Steel 2. I wanted Man of Steel 2, and I wanted Brainiac in it, but I wanted Brainiac in it with Luthor in the background, just doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Brainiac, obviously, as the or somebody different, right? And then Luthor just in it. You know what I mean? Just doing shit.
The one thing that bothered me with the last Luthor iterations was that he was so close to the crime. He's supposed to be like, you can't pin anything on him. Like, I've seen him in jail too many times. Like, even
Teflon
Gene
dog.
Hackman, he was in a basement. You know, he went into jail in that one. And then don't even get me started on Superman Returns. That I was Kevin Spacey. I hated Kevin Spacey because of his portrayal of Lex Luthor, like, and his harebrained scheme of ruling the world from a kryptonite lace island.
Crystals.
Did you like Smallville?
No, I didn't watch. I ain't watch.
Yeah, he was pretty good. I liked him. I liked him a lot.
I met him in person. We shared a Caesar salad. Nice
Michael
guy.
Rosenbaum?
The thing I'll say about Kevin Spacey is that he held on to like a lot of that Gene Hackman sort of
He did the real estate.
Yeah, but he was a horrible person. Just
that was
a
intentional,
horrible,
though. Wasn't it
murderous
supposed to be
person.
the same Lex Luthor?
Well, it was. You're right. It was supposed to be a continuation from the Reeves Superman. I think after part 2.
Yeah.
I think that's what they messed up at. They should have went their own direction. Instead of trying to continue that, that's what they messed
Well,
up.
should have had Superman doing more stuff than just lifting
Did you
stuff
like
up.
Brandon Roth as
I had no
Superman?
problem with him.
Yeah,
He was all right.
Yeah.
But all he did was just pick stuff up.
Yeah.
Just progressively bigger stuff.
That's all Roth did was pick stuff up.
Yeah, that's all he did. Watch that movie again. That's all he did. He didn't even dodge the bullet. He let the bullet hit him in the eye.
So this was the issue, right? Everybody said that in Superman Returns he didn't do anything. He didn't throw a punch, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then Man of Steel comes out and it was like, oh, it was too violent. It was destroyed too much.
He snapped his neck.
Like,
I was all for Superman. The Man of Steel is one of my favorites.
Like,
One of my favorites, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of
definitely my top comic book
Quincy's
movies.
motivational songs lands on the Superman.
Oh
Man
yeah,
of Steel
what are you gonna do
soundtrack.
when you're not saving the world? Yeah, I love that song. Yeah, that instrumental get you going.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people hate on Man of Steel Superman.
Because he
I agree.
wasn't Christopher Reeves.
it's what I said before. It's exactly what I said before.
Yeah, because he wasn't like all jovial and optimistic. And then when you got that from Roth, people hated it. And then you got something different and you hate it anyway. That's why I say comic book fans, majority of us, are the worst.
The
And you don't
worst.
know what the fuck you want.
Fucking worst, dude. I'm not sure who's worse, comic book fans or Star Wars fans,
Huh?
but we're the worst people in the world.
The fucking
Or
worst.
racist Star Trek fans.
I don't what?
Racist Star Trek fans are pretty bad too.
Stop it. All right.
Somebody say racist?
No. I don't know.
I
Oh, all
thought
right.
she
So,
said racist too.
Or is it Phillies fans?
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm just messing with you
all
guys.
right, listen.
Hey.
I'm just messing with you guys. Just messing with you guys.
What are we gonna do? What are we talking about? The Rock. The Rock basically.
Hold on. Before we get off of that, I want to ask Randy one good question before we get off of that. Because he's been the Superman guy. Is he still there?
I'm here. I'm listening.
He's listening.
Randy, how do you feel about John Cryer's Lex Luthor on the TV show? Did you watch that?
Yeah, I like John Cryer's Lex Luthor. I thought it was pretty
I
good.
loved it.
I thought it was
I loved
pretty
his
damn
Lex.
good. And you know, again, it's one of those things you don't expect from John Cryer, but I thought he pulled it off. I thought he was pretty good.
He did.
And probably the best thing about that show, because he got progressively worse.
Mm-hmm.
I was enjoying the first couple seasons of Supergirl, and then it was like, I have them recorded, and I still haven't watched the final episodes, like the last 4.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, I think they were trying a little bit too hard to do everything.
First season.
And
was
quite
the best.
honestly,
After
you know what was getting on my nerves?
Yeah.
Got off.
But Lex was the best part of that show.
I'm gonna
He
go.
really
I'm gonna
was.
go real quick.
He was great.
I'm gonna
I
go
had
real
problems. I had problems with John Cryer's Lex Luthor simply because of the fact that I still see him as Ducky. And
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, what? Ducky's a
yeah,
villain?
Ducky's a bad guy.
I didn't.
Ducky was.
I
Always
didn't have
a bad
any
guy,
problem with
so.
Alexandra Luthor. I didn't have any problem with her.
Oh, I
Yeah,
do
I like her too.
She was.
Yeah.
She's a really great UK actress too. She was in Merlin. I loved her in
Yeah,
Merlin.
I love her acting. Yes.
You know what I don't like though? I have this problem with people that decide that because they think somebody should be a couple in their goofy ass fan fiction, that like that should be the thing, and so people got mad that they weren't a couple. Like, are
Cool.
you right?
Who?
Supergirl and Lena. I'm
Oh,
like,
they're trying to ship people.
are you
Oh,
writing
yeah.
the show?
Oh, ship.
If
yeah,
you're not
yeah,
writing the show, shut the fuck up. You don't get to say. You're not in the writer's room. You don't get to say.
Get thrown out the
I
window.
mean,
So The
I-
Rock,
no.
pretty much. What's The Rock doing, man? He's pissed off at the fact that Gunn went a different direction and didn't stick with Cavill. That's pretty much it, Quincy.
He just unfollowed Black Adam and Warner Bros. He unfollowed a bunch of people today. I guess
This
he's
is news.
confused. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
he's
this is
confused too because
How do we see who follows who? I
and
don't even know that.
that's what internet people do, man.
That's what those people do.
And they stalk. And I mean, it's hard to tell with the DC rumors at this time because they're all over the place. But I mean, I can understand him being frustrated or confused because so were we. He was telling everybody what a great job he did bringing back Cavill, and then
So
this happened.
there's numbers flying around the internet. How did Black Adam do? What's the definitive numbers?
I don't think it made its money back.
Yeah, yeah. They said
You subtract the.
Real quick, because I gotta bounce. Thank you guys very much for having me on here. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll be back more next season because this is way too much fun.
good.
Thank you guys so much, man.
And
I really
do
appreciate
a show
you
in
guys.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh will love Gangster Grass. You
Yeah,
gotta do a
man.
show in Pittsburgh.
I appreciate that. We'll definitely be. Well, yeah, you'll definitely see more of me here. Thank you guys so much.
We need some Gangsta Grass intro music for the show, man.
Yeah, clear it.
Wait, you need an intro?
Yes.
You know I used to do the intros for Black Tribbles.
We won't get sued or anything, right?
Yeah, clear it for us.
Nah. Let me sit down with something real quick, and I'll see if I can put something together.
Yeah, we're gonna need Matt
next
Murdock
season.
to clear us, man.
Yeah, right? No, we staying out of court.
All right.
Y'all be cool, man. Everybody have a happy holidays and whatnot, and I'll see
All
you
right,
guys next
bro.
season.
All right, man. Mahalo,
All
man.
right,
Thanks.
peace.
bye.
Peace.
Later, bro.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, that was definitely great, man.
Yeah. Pittsburgh would for sure love Gangster Grass.
Hell yeah, man. That was good having Randy Green on. Busy man.
Hold on. What are you drinking, Tash?
Is that Hennessy?
No. That's a cream soda.
That better be milk.
It's a
Tasha's
cream soda.
16. Leave her alone.
What is that?
It's an IPA. Wow.
It's a blood orange IPA.
Okay. So it's like orange juice.
Ooh, it's 8%. You better stay sitting down. You better stay sitting down.
Oh, I'm sitting down.
It's like orange juice, right? It's like orange juice. Just say yes. Just say yes.
Yeah, lie on camera.
Yeah, you stand up. We will pick you up off the floor.
She told me how old she was today, and I couldn't believe it. So
She just said it.
Yeah.
No, and I don't believe
I've
it.
known you since I was 23, I think.
say what?
Oh yeah.
I think I've known you since I was 23.
Oh baby, 33.
Well, we're so happy for your birthday. My wife's birthday was Tuesday. And
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did she do anything good, fun?
We went out to dinner.
I know it's close to Christmas.
Yeah, we went
but-
out to dinner and had a great Japanese restaurant experience.
Ooh,
Yeah.
hibachi?
Oh no, we had
Were they cooking for
we
you?
bought like, I'm not flexing. The rolls were like $20 a piece for sushi, and it was
Yeesh.
Oh, the
amazing.
sushi platter?
Yeah.
Humble brag.
No brag at all.
Like, I don't know what y'all.
I don't know what y'all
motherfuckers
motherfuckers
eating.
eating, but no.
I was eating $20 biscuits.
But I'm happy for her tonight. As of recording right now, she's working her very last night shift, and so
Awesome.
she's going to be back to the daywalker status as of tomorrow. So I'm so very happy and proud of her. Certified pediatric nurse practitioner, and so very proud of my wife. But enough of that. Mike got to watch Die Hard for the first time. The movie's been out for 38 years.
34 years, sir. 34 years. Yes, sir.
So it came out when you was about 25.
Came out when I was 9. I came out when I was 2 months older than your ass.
God damn. I mean, you are older than my husband.
Give him the mic. Let's hear about it, man.
Come on, Mike. Talk to me, baby.
Oh, take your time, man. We ain't got much to talk about tonight. Come on now.
It's something I wanted to talk about. Anyway, Die Hard. It was good. It was what it was. I've never been a big Bruce Willis fan. Let's put that out there. He's been all right, but I've never been a big Bruce Willis fan. Like, for example, his part of Pulp Fiction was the worst part of Pulp Fiction. You could have cut his whole part out. He could.
Fifth Element?
I got the tattoo, but it's not because of him. Because my wife and I fell asleep in that movie.
Hibbity. Come on.
My wife and I fell asleep in Fifth Element.
But
we both did.
So that's why you got a tattoo?
I know we got a tattoo because it was our first date.
We fell asleep during this movie. Let's get a tattoo.
It was our first date. That's what it was. It wasn't the movie itself.
I get down with that.
It was our first date. We wanted to go see the movie, and it means something to us sentimental, but the movie itself wasn't all that. It didn't make that much money. It really didn't.
It's my favorite movie, but you know.
But me and my wife's first date movie was Keanu.
Yeah, right there on
The cat.
The cat?
Yeah, that was a great movie.
She never lets me live that down.
The first date movie I took Z to was The Ring, and she hates scary movies. And I teased her. I'm like, you was really trying to get with me, huh? Like, go on and say it. She don't want to hear that, though. She'll hear it this week, though.
Oh, no.
Get this. First movie I took Steve and I went to is I took him to go see Breakfast at Tiffany's. It was a they were re-showing it at a movie theater nearby, and I kept telling him how great the movie was, and he'd never seen it before. So he went with me to see Breakfast at Tiffany's.
He was trying to get with you too.
Right? He wanted you bad. He was invested in that.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
He was.
Oh yeah.
He did buy me drinks.
He was invested.
He was get the breakfast at Megan's.
You would have been paying for a nap for me, man. I'm like, wait me out, and this is over.
Yeah, he's over there like
Megan's like it's a double feature.
I never watched that movie.
Don't you love it? He was like, yeah, I love it.
Double feature. It's Breakfast at Tiffany's. Dude,
if I known, damn, I didn't even think he was interested in me at that point. I was just like, hey, friend.
Hey, pal.
Oh, no, he was.
You want to go see a movie with me?
If he picked that movie, he was already ready to propose.
No, I picked the movie because he had never seen it.
He still let you pick it, though. He was.
And I had a massive crush on him. And
he had one on you, too.
Yeah.
He had one on you, too.
He never seen that movie, and he never seen that. That's why he was trying to get up in that movie.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't like The Notebook or something.
He didn't write a book about that.
The Notebook is tolerable, but I'm not going to get into
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen The Notebook.
It's not tolerable.
Have you guys seen Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Yes, like 3 times.
All the time.
Okay.
No.
Never.
He watches anime.
Story about
He watches
Hunter.
anime, and then he watches Breakfast at Tiffany's right behind it.
Who?
With The Notebook, you're definitely trying to get into somebody's panties, though. If you're watching that, like, you're trying to get some.
That's true.
We weren't watching.
You're not watching that without.
I'm going to the movies with you. That's the goal. Shit.
All right.
I
So
mean,
who sang the song? Who sang the song Breakfast at Tiffany's? When I said, "What
Me
about
and Andy Williams?
Breakfast at
Oh no,
Tiffany's?
that's a different song. That's not the actual Breakfast at Tiffany's
But it had-
song because Andy Williams sings "Moon River."
Oh please no.
What?
Yeah.
That because that's the song that's in the movie.
That's skate music. I ain't trying to listen to that.
that's sleep
All right.
music. Ain't no skeeting in that.
All right, we're way off track. Bruce
yeah.
Willis, Die Hard.
Sorry.
Mike.
All right,
Yes.
Die Hard. Let's go back to Die Hard. I enjoyed it. I can see why everybody calls it a Christmas movie, but it is what it is on that. It didn't really make me feel Christmassy, but I understand the time it was released, what was going on in the background, the Christmas party, whatever. But the movie has so many memes and things about it. It's finally good to understand what was what. Like, I never understood why the dude was barefoot the whole damn time. I never got that. You would see the pictures of him running around like, why the
with his toes.
But I didn't know that. I hadn't seen the movie. I'm like, why the hell is he barefoot this whole damn time? It didn't make sense. Then I get to see him in the vent with the lighter. Okay, I can see. Oh wow, okay, that's what's going on here. I had seen bits and pieces here and there over the years, but I never really understood it out of context. So I finally got to see the whole thing to see what it was about. I think I did see like the first 20 minutes because I actually remembered the limo driver Argyle. I remembered him.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I remembered that part. That must have been as far as I got. I didn't get no further than that. But like I say, it was good to really put some answers to some of these questions. Yeah, because I had no clue on all like I said, on all that. But I did enjoy it. Hans, I get him falling off the tower. I think somebody posted the meme. It's not Christmas Day. See Hans fall off, and I'm cool with it. And if you want to look at that Christmas movie, I'm fine. This is by Christmas is no. Who said was it Lou? What they said? Gremlins is a better Christmas movie than Die Hard.
That was a meme I posted.
That was a meme.
I
had to agree with him though. I do because Christmas is a third character in Gremlins. The whole thing about being a Christmas gift. That was a Christmas movie. Die Hard just took place at Christmas, but Gremlins was a Christmas themed movie.
Yeah,
had the music, everything.
It had the same Asian dude in it from like Big Trouble in Little China.
And they were using the back.
And every other
in
the 70s,
one with two of them.
And they were on the Back to the Future's lot because it's the same lot they use in Back to the Future, that town.
That's true. Oh man, I'm happy.
Yeah, Mako was in Conan the Barbarian.
But Mike, your favorite is the Otter movie, isn't
Emmett
it?
Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Yes, man. Makes me cry every year.
That's some country shit.
Don't listen.
Listen. Everybody, what's your go-to? Like, what do you have to watch every year? Like me, every year I have to
give us
watch
three. Give us
Elf.
three, Megan. Yeah. Give us three.
Me, all right. So Elf.
Give us 5.
It's wonderful.
5.
5 works.
All right.
God damn, that's too much.
It's 9 of us. We can go 3.
That's too much.
I'm gonna give you 5. Go ahead.
All right. I don't off the top of my head. All right. So Elf, It's a Wonderful Life, Die Hard, 9 Lives of Christmas, and
here's
my Apple Watch just said something, and what is the Year Without a Santa Claus?
Year Without Santa Claus. Okay.
So you said Elf, Wonderful Life, and what was the third one?
9 Lives of Christmas.
It's a Lifetime movie. Don't worry about looking it up.
It's a Hallmark movie starring Brandon
Roth.
All
right, Pepsi, Coke, same shit. We're in the South. It's the same shit.
Listen. So funniest thing ever. I was at Dragon Con at a what was it?
Furry convention.
It was at Dragon Con. It was the DC basically the DC villain and hero thing, and someone was asking Brandon Roth questions, and someone mentioned the 9 Lives of Christmas, and half the audience erupted, and he's like, "What? People remember this movie?" And people lost their minds. People actually were lining up to asking questions about this movie from 5 years ago on the Hallmark Channel.
Hallmark. Tashi, being the junior of the crew.
Yes.
Top 5 Christmas movies you go to every year.
Oh boy. I only have 3.
Just go ahead, do 3.
Yeah, every year, 3. Not 5. So number 1 is The Nightmare Before Christmas. I think you guys already knew that.
Yeah.
And then second one is, I think I mentioned these same 3 last year when we did the Christmas list, but there's a movie on Netflix called Klaus.
What's it?
Since
what's it called?
Netflix.
Oh, that was great.
Klaus. It's so good. Every year I gotta watch it.
What's that about?
Ever since it premiered. It's basically a cute telling of how the story of Santa Claus came to be. So there's a postman who is told that he has 1 year to get 6,000 letters out of this one place very, very far up north.
That's a little skinny dude.
And he basically meets this guy who lives alone. His wife passed, who has a warehouse full of toys, or no, it's like a garage full of toys, and he looks like Santa Claus. So his name's Klaus, and so The postman, in order to get his 6,000 letters, convinces kids that they need to write letters to Santa Claus asking for toys. And so he's basically behind the myth of Santa Claus and being on naughty lists and the reason why reindeers fly. Like, it's a very good kids movie, but it's something adults can enjoy too. I like the fact that it basically, everything you know about Santa Claus, the myth of it, there's a reason for it in this movie. And so the kids are like, oh, we saw a reindeer fly, but really it was just Klaus and the mailman Jesper. They fell down a hill, and you know the cartoony, like, going down a hill and then it ramps off and then you soar in the air, and it looks like you're flying but you're actually falling. The kids saw that and they were like, oh my gosh, reindeer flying in the air with Santa and his sleigh. And so that's where the myth came from. So it's stuff like that, and it's very, very cute.
Okay.
And then the third one is, it's a very my opinion, the How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version.
Ooh.
I can't help it. I like that version.
Okay.
I know people out there who don't like it, but I personally enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
I did too.
I like it, but I like the
so
OG
hard.
one better though. I do.
I saw it as an adult.
Yes,
saw
yes,
it as
yes.
a child.
OG will always be better, the cartoon animated version, but I just love the Jim Carrey one. The Benedict Cumberbatch one, it's fine.
I didn't see a point.
The animated one.
I've tried
Benedict
all
Cumberbatch.
three with my kid. She's not interested.
Yeah, the Jim Carrey
Zero.
one. I think it's because I just enjoy Jim Carrey as an actor. I just love his quirkiness.
Okay.
So for me, it's on the list.
I hate Jim Carrey.
Yeah, my kid started doing the Ace Ventura butt thing, and I'm like, what the
that's age appropriate. Trust me, it happens. It
I
happens.
So funny.
what the hell?
Listen, from here on out, it's gonna get so much
Is
more
this a
interesting.
thing? Is this a thing
It
with
is.
kids?
Not with my kids.
No,
Not no Jim Carrey stuff,
listen,
no.
we're below the Mason-Dixon. It's different, but it's different down here. It's different down here.
What they didn't do to spread the ad? What Jim Carrey thing?
Open up his asshole and talk.
And he's talking with his ass.
He makes his butt cheeks talk.
Yeah.
She's doing it with her pants.
Yeah, okay. I put
But-
my foot across
but-
that ass. That's what I hit. Come here, boy. I'm kicking my son right at his ass. He did.
That's it. Like I said, we below the Mason-Dixon. It's cool. Yeah.
But I'd have kicked him for any reason, though. It wouldn't.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have mattered. I would have kicked him. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
She's two.
I'd have kicked his ass too.
I kicked my son in too also.
Exactly.
Oh man, who wants to go next?
All right.
I just kind of pick her up. I'm like, stop it! Stop playing with your butt.
You snorted. Oh dear God. All right. Tashi had to mute her mic. She was laughing so hard. All right. Well, I'll go next. 5 Christmas movies they have to go to. Die Hard.
You can do 3 if you want.
No,
Who's
I've
Scrooge?
got a ton. I can think of 4 off the top of my head. Die Hard, Home Alone, White Christmas, The Preacher's Wife,
That's a good one.
and
This Christmas, I totally forgot.
that's 4. And number 5 would have to be. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank right now. Did I say National Lampoons?
No.
There
No,
you
you
go.
didn't.
That's 5.
You're taking too many from my list, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen.
that's on mine too.
It can be mentioned twice.
I actually have a story that's really sad. I went and saw Best Man Holiday when I first moved down to
Great
Atlanta.
movie, sad movie.
Fantastic movie.
Is that the one the wife dies?
Yeah.
Exactly. And I didn't know the wife died. And it was like a couple years after my mom died. And I was literally crying so hard in the movie theater that the woman next to me at the end of the movie was like, "Are you okay?" We both had a good cry because I was so hysterically crying that I took the cowl cow like turtleneck I was wearing, and had to put it up against my face.
Oh man,
because I was like,
one of those snotty cries. Yeah,
it was so. I did not expect it. Did not know it was happening, and I was. To say a mess is an understatement. Oof. To explain how I was at the end of this movie. Man. And speaking of that, next week the TV show is going to be on Peacock.
Oh man!
So if you guys have Peacock, the end of the Best Man series, like information or whatever, is going to be on Peacock.
Okay.
As a TV series.
Noted. All right, J Pat, I took like 2 or 3 of your answers, man. So go ahead.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Sorry, my bad.
Let me see. First, I have to, of course, Die Hard, and then Jingle Jangle.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Then we'll do a little Home Alone, Christmas Story, and then National Lampoon. So that's my 5.
Okay.
What was the last one? Christmas Story and
National Lampoon.
National Lampoon.
Jingle Jangle came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's a really good.
That one's good.
Did you see the new Christmas Carol? Or the new Christmas Story? Yeah, I haven't watched it either. The Christmas Story Christmas on HBO Max.
You watched it?
I couldn't finish it.
I heard it was too many callbacks and too many old folks.
It's too late. Like sequels have a window, and the window is closed on that. Like that's like the third sequel or story I've seen from the original one. There was a part 2, I don't know how many years ago. There was another one where Ralphie's a teenager, and then it was this one, and none of them were really good.
Here's why I'm interested in it. One of Ralphie's friends was in porn, apparently. Jeez. So I don't remember which. Like it was either.
Yeah, it was.
Mike keyed up. Like what? That's what?
Mike knows.
I remember. I think it was the guy that got his tongue stuck to the. He did. Yeah. On the. He stuck his tongue to the pole. I remember when that happened.
I'm walking away.
Because he was in Kid Cole. He was in a bunch of other shit.
I don't know what porn he was in.
I don't know. I might know what porn. I think I was working at a video store at the time. I think I remember. Mm-hmm. And we had a booty room, so I remember. That's what we called it, the booty room. Terrible. So I think
that's terrible.
I can't. I know his name, but I can't say it. But yes,
yeah,
I know
she did that. She
yeah,
did it a couple times. I don't know that. Oh,
I was just throwing it out there. But apparently he's in the movie
Random
too.
Interjections by Megan Parker. Mike, did you give your top 3?
I haven't given mine yet.
Right.
I give mine, and most of mine are I think I only got one movie. My one movie will be A Christmas Story. That I have to watch that every year. I have to watch that. Mm-hmm. And then it's the Frosty Snowman. I'm sorry. I have to watch that.
Joint.
Mm-hmm. No, the Rankin Bass. The Rankin Bass one.
Yeah.
Was that claymation? No, I'm talking about the cartoon when the head came off his head.
No, that's
it's like
mine was a
year claymation.
Yeah. No, it was claymation because I said Year Without Santa Claus, which was also claymation.
This one wasn't claymation.
No, it was like the stop action. The stop action one.
Yeah.
You're not talking about the live action one. You're talking about the cartoon.
Yeah, the cartoon, right.
Okay.
I'm not saying live action. Have you seen the live action Year Without Santa Claus? It's trash.
Yeah.
Hard trash.
All right.
Came on Hallmark.
So we got a Christmas Story, Frosty, Charlie Brown.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I gotta watch Charlie Brown. I have to. There's one more I lost. Oh, and the Grinch. I have to watch the Grinch.
Which one?
The original. All these are Rankin Bass, or the OG ones. And then like Megan said earlier, I have to watch Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. It took me years to be able to watch that.
Hold on, say it again because I'm typing these up.
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
I remember watching that with my daughter, who's 26 now.
I watched that with my grandmother.
God damn, she's 26 now? Yeah. Madison, you old as hell.
Right? No, I'm old as hell. And look at Tash, she's like, oh my gosh. I'm still... Yeah.
No, you young. You young.
Don't tell my niece that. I had her when I was young. I didn't have her. Her mama had her. I helped make her. I didn't have her though. Don't do that. I love my daughter. And her mama. But Quincy, what's your numbers, man? What you got, homie? What's yours?
I said a lot of mine, but Home Alone, National Lampoon, Christmas Story. I gotta go Die Hard, and I want to say Ernest Saves Christmas. I do like that movie.
Oh, dear.
I forgot about that.
I did too on purpose.
I'm gonna go with that one. Like
I used to love those Ernest movies.
Yeah, I love
Listen,
Ernest.
Marva Made Milk. Listen, when you realize that Ernest started off selling Marva Made Milk and then he made all that noise. Mike, you from down here. Remember Marva Made Milk?
Not really.
No?
Not
Marva
a little
Made
bit.
Vern? What are you doing, Vern?
I remember Vern.
Yeah.
I remember that. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I remember Vern. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember the commercials. I don't remember necessarily was no. I can't even talk. I can't remember who was selling, but I remember the price.
Listen,
Marva Made Milk.
that man dressed up as Ernest and went to see kids as long as he could until he died of cancer. Like, God bless that man.
Hey, I want to mention one movie for my wife. She was a big Scrooge fan. I got to mention that for
The
her.
Bill
We have to
Murray.
watch that for her.
The Bill Murray.
Yeah.
The
one?
Bill Murray.
That's a
We
really,
have to watch that.
That's a
Oh,
really
That's
good
her.
movie.
She
one.
loves that movie.
I forgot
I
that
like
one.
Batman Returns too, but
That's a good
the
one,
climax of that movie was just really bad with the penguins attacking downtown. It was just really bad.
Dear
But
God.
that's what I got. So Mike, I mean, what's the like? What were your favorite parts of Die Hard? Like, you kind of like tell us more,
Okay.
man. Yeah.
There really wasn't a favorite part other than just learning behind the story behind the pictures. It was the whole thing was like, that was the whole movie for me because it's 34 years old and people have been talking about it for 34 years. And so I finally got to understand what was going on with it. But as far as I did like the end.
Vern Johnson. Val Johnson. Like, I get the...
Right. Any of it.
Val
Like I
Johnson
said.
played a cop forever. He would always be a policeman.
I did like that little moment they shared at the end when they first saw each other and they hugged. I was like, that was cool. That was a good moment.
Yeah.
That was
a
the
really
world was
good
at peace.
Yeah, that was a really good moment there.
That ranks up there with Wakanda Forever. It was like Wakanda Forever, Reginald Val Johnson hugging Bruce Willis in 1980. Was it 88? Yeah, something like that.
What's your
88?
What do you?
Before I was born.
Sit down.
God.
Just keep your mic muted. Sit down.
To interject somehow.
What's the letter grade, Mike?
Have some cookie and milk.
I'd have to give it. I'd give it a B. I'd give it.
Are you
a B.
gonna watch the sequels?
You have to.
Watch the
Yeah,
third
like
one.
you can kind of skip the second one, but the one with Samuel L. Jackson, and just stop there.
Watch
Yeah,
the
and then
next
stop
one.
there.
I can walk.
No,
the
don't
next
watch
one.
anymore.
A little. It was the next one was okay, but
No, he has to because no. James Evans is in part 2, so he has to watch it.
If I watch it, I would watch them all in order. I'd watch them all. I wouldn't skip any.
Part 3, the guy who played Hawkman is in it. I said this a couple weeks ago.
It's all right.
Sam Jackson plays a great part in part 2. I mean, in part 3. But what is this? Yeah,
Zeus.
Hey Zeus.
He's gonna call me Hey Zeus. He's saying Hey
Don't look Puerto Rican to you.
Zeus.
That's what he's saying. But part 2 has James Evans Sr. in it as an actor. He plays one of the bad guys. It's like Die Hard Part 1, but on an airplane. But it's kind of cool. Part 3, honestly, with Sam Jackson, that's where they made I think they made like 2 more movies after 3. They made 4 and 5.
And
Die Hard with
Jeremy
Avengers,
Irons
right?
is in the third
The
one.
third
too.
one's good because it's kind of different from the first 2. Like they're
Yeah.
not. It's not like terrorists. Well, they are terrorists, but
And that bad guy, I
Like
can
that.
get behind.
No, Jeremy Irons is in it as the bad
I
guy.
can get behind him as
Like,
a bad guy because he was.
I love
he was
Jeremy
believable.
Irons.
He sold them on everything, but he didn't have every card he showed.
A soul to steal.
Every card he showed as a bad guy, he was bluffing the whole time. That's why I really dig that movie. Hey, it's great. It's a
30-year-old movie. But Mike Jones has not watched
That's
it.
on him. That's on him.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
I'll forget by then. I ain't even promise I'm gonna watch it. Go ahead. Yeah.
I promise you will. Oh man. Tashi. Quincy, we cool to roll forward? We good on the grades?
Oh yeah. I just wanted I just wanted his. We've all seen it. Like y'all can.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to geek out about My Hero Academia right now. See as how I got Tashi.
Ooh yeah.
Oh man, see,
Sit down, Quincy. Sit down.
Listen, it's been something a long time coming in the manga. It happened like a year,
It happened
year
like
and a half
2020,
ago.
halfway through 2020.
a year and a half ago. Oh, geez, we're really behind.
It's been a long
How long has it been,
time.
Jay?
Like
It's been a long
Like,
time. It's been a long
when you
It's
said
been a
it
long time.
the other day on the chat, I'm like,
Should have left you.
you're like,
Should've
you need to
left
watch
you.
it. I'm like, no.
I forgot.
What? I'm like,
that you.
I was like,
read
oh
the
yeah.
book.
I'm like, so
All right.
great, so great.
So
It was
But-
like,
yeah. We got to get some new train tracks. But Dobby's Dance is the last episode that's happened this whole season.
spoilers, spoilers,
straight up.
spoilers. If you are not,
if
caught
you're
up,
not caught up, be prepared to be pissed off. Just pause it. If you're this far into the podcast, it already counts as a download and listen. So I'm happy you made it this far. But,
let's say what 5-10 minutes or let's say 5 minutes. Just fast forward.
yeah, pretty much. This whole season, Tosh has been like pushing it, and I watched a bunch of the dubs, and I actually watched the last 2 episodes. Tosh should be happy. The last 2 episodes I've watched in sub.
good.
In sub because
Hurry up, Clay.
yeah. Oh man, it's been wow. I did not realize all this was going on, and I was very happy with what I've watched. Season 6 has just been an absolute action-packed ride. They haven't let off the gas yet. The characters are amazing, and just the development of all these characters and Class 1A growing up so fast. It's been a year, right? Since Class 1A started?
Yeah, it's barely been a year.
It's only been 1 year, and
so they're still in their first year of school. Yeah, it's crazy.
And Deku is way OP. Another 1 year.
They're still considered Class 1A.
I think they're going into their second year though. Like it's
Yeah.
like the summer.
They
going
just finished their
into
summer
their
internship, so they're like, if they were in the States,
they're going into their
if they were in the States, it'd be like August, July before school starts.
Yeah, but in Japan, school starts in April.
Really?
Their school years start in
But
April.
none of them wear
It's
coats.
always in the spring.
It's not cold out there though. I'm just kidding. Fuck with you. No, but
well, didn't we have we didn't have a Christmas episode?
Not this
sorry.
year we
We've had two.
Season 5. Season 5 had a
class-
Christmas
no,
episode at the very end.
Yeah, but we've had two. What the heck's it called? Like oh my god.
Boop, boop, boop.
Second season.
Love you, Mike.
They did the freshman. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind.
Where they had the concert?
Like no, that's the second. Yes, the concert was the second one they had. The first one was the competition.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I'm not crazy. You can read my mind. I just didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, but I'm trying to, if I remember, when they enrolled into UA, that very first season when we see Deku going into school, there were cherry blossoms and stuff, in the background. Yeah, that's spring. So Japan always starts their stuff in spring. So if they're still considered 1A, but the thing with Japanese classes is that it's always the grade they're in and then the class they're in. So grade 1, class A, grade 1, class B. So that's why the big 3, they're known as third years, so they're class 3A, 3B, stuff like that.
Okay.
So once they get into their second year of high school, they'll be considered class 2 whatever.
Okay.
unless UA is different with,
It could be.
how they do their class enrollments. Typically in Japanese schools, it's class 1, 2, and 3 that represents what grade they're in, and then class 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, or class 1A, 1B, 1C that determines like how you ranked among the entrance exams. Like the higher your grade, the higher the class you'll be. Lower the grade, the lower the class you'll be.
Is that right, Quincy? You with me?
You catching on that, Quincy?
So full of shit. Oh man. But
he's just like,
I mean, it's been so hard to keep some spoilers that, like, when you mention things, I'm like, oh, it's about such and such blank.
Yeah.
Like,
as much as I want to read the manga, because of the fact that J-Pat is like, man, I'm way ahead of y'all cats, and I can't stand for J-Pat to talk
Jay,
down to me like that. That shit.
Remember what happens with Midnight?
Look at this. See, look, y'all bullshitting.
Remember what happens with Rabbit?
Yep.
She lost the leg.
No.
She lost the leg and she lost the arm in that fight against the Nobu, and so
that's
the thing is that I've kind of like read ahead when it comes to like Twitter and Pinterest.
Spoiler.
Yeah, I don't know what happens. I know that she gets a brand new arm and a brand new leg, but the fact that she lost the fight, she lost those limbs in a fight.
Spoiler.
Which is what I was just saying.
But
no, I'm pointing at you.
But okay, season 6. Absolutely, it's a gas fest. Imagine, this is just a really off the top of my head comparison, Fast and Furious version of an anime. When it comes to, no, seriously, it just moves that fast. It just moves that fast, and there's so many great characters, so many storylines, and Hawks and Dobby and Twice.
Genist.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Genist?
Best Genist is back.
Yeah. Like
with the joint and the
Best Genist. It was the whole thing where Hawks apparently killed Best Genist.
He held back because of the fact that he did enough to make sure people thought that Genist was dead. But he didn't kill him because there's no way in hell that Genist would come back. Hawks is a monster. Apparently he came in. He was like an upperclassman a few seasons ago. Is that right?
Yeah.
And he had that old corny uniform with the hat and all the rest of that shit. I like Hawks, but he took a L. Twice did him dirty. And no, he got soft on Twice though. That was his whole thing.
He started to really like Twice, and he didn't want to have to kill Twice. And he tried to bring him into the fold.
Dobby came in and effed everything up because
Ray was able to record him killing him. And was like, heroes will stab you in the back. It's like, nah.
That was insane.
As a whole.
That episode was insane.
Like, he didn't even know if that was the real, Twice. Like, that dude had so many bodies. Like, you can't.
Oh, what's the female blood drawer? What's her name?
Toya. No.
Toga.
She broke my heart, yo. She was just like, she's heartbroken. Yeah. And watching her break down because of Twice, and they kind of got along because she accepted Twice for what he was, and then Twice saved her because she was halfway dead in like the woodshed, and and when he passed on, spoiler alert if you haven't checked it out, she was
when he
melted. It was terrible.
Melted right in front of her.
It was terrible.
Oof.
But
yeah, that was sad.
And he and that clone stayed on as long as he could to save her.
But it's I don't know where they're gonna. I never realized that.
There's a whole manga series about the villains. If you haven't read it, I recommend reading it. A whole manga series just about Twice and
Jay. Do you have a
Toga and
Jay? Do you have a link for any online reading for manga?
I'll have to look for one for you.
All right, that'll work because I don't do a lot of paper anymore.
Isn't the manga close to being done or already done now?
It's a good deal.
Yeah, okay.
Shonen's, what's it called? their manga subscription is like super cheap.
Okay.
And it's like, is it like $1.99 a month? And it's like all their manga.
No, shoot me that link.
The Shonen Jump.
I'll check that out.
Ooh, me too, please. Me too, please.
But I think
or you can friend it illegally.
There you go. Yeah, I don't want to put my Luffy patch on, but I know Mike and
what?
I know
I'm sorry.
Mike and Quincy are sitting
my
here.
throat.
Megan is on point tonight.
Boy.
Quincy and Mike.
My
Quincy and Mike. I know that the whole anime thing. Mike's old school. Quincy's like, "F you guys, I'm not watching anything." But
no, I was in the MHA when it was on Cartoon Network. I loved it, but when I had to go do some work to find it,
listen, I'll do you a favor. I'll shoot you a link, and you can catch up. It won't take that long. I mean, in between your studies, you on break right now?
I'm on break right now.
Yeah.
No, I don't have Hulu. Not yet.
Right,
it's coming.
I'll shoot you a link, and I'll let you catch up on it because it's amazing. Overall, season 6.
Yeah, I love what I watched though. I did love it.
It's like, what is it, Tosh? 25 episodes or 12 episodes per half, or is it 25 total for the season?
For this season? It's supposed to be around 25 for this whole season.
Okay, so they're about to hit halfway point right now, right?
Yeah, they're on 11 now.
Yeah. Okay, so about at halfway point.
So episode 12 will air tomorrow.
Thank God.
As a recording.
Yep. I'm going to be like, kids, be quiet. Give me 28 minutes and 37 seconds, and I can watch this whole thing. Leave me alone.
Yep, I watch it first thing.
But if you...
Tasha, what blows my mind is the fact that J-Pat knows this. What happened in My Hero is paltry to what happens in Black Clover.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Black Clover.
Oh, no.
It's real
I don't know if I'm ready for that. Do you think they'll show it in the movie that's coming to Netflix?
No. Which pisses me off to no end. Like, I saw what's, like, the movie, like, poster thing, and I'm like, oh, fuck this. I'm like, oh,
man.
It has nothing to do with the show.
I gotta catch up. I gotta get on that Black Clover thing. I've got to get on Demon Slayer. I gotta get on all that stuff.
Demon Slayer.
Bleach. You haven't been
yes,
watching
that Demon Slayer movie.
Bleach,
Is Bleach on Hulu?
Yes.
Yes.
Listen.
Someone is getting a Bleach Funko for Christmas. Steven.
Yeah. Steven.
Ooh.
Oh, and if anybody's is interested in the Hunter x Hunter, all the new stuff that's coming out since the creator, his medical condition is eased up enough that he can start drawing again. There's been rumors that Gon is actually a Nen baby.
What?
Yeah, that he actually doesn't have a mother. That Jing is actually his mother and his father.
Jeebus.
And that he was
what kind of baby? Hen baby?
He's a Nen baby.
Nen.
Okay.
That's their like power system. Nen.
Gotcha.
So there's an art, the Greed Island art with all those cards. So if you look at some of the cards, there's cards that allow you to grow a baby, and then there's cards that allow you to change your gender for 24 hours. So they're saying that Jing,
Jesus Christ,
he grew Jing as a Nen baby in his belly as a man, got one of the cards, turned himself into a woman for 24 hours, had him, and then dropped him off back at Whale Island. So that's how come Gon is so ridiculous even without men. Yeah,
I'm not watching this shit. Kidding.
It's wild. It's wild.
It sounds crazy.
It's a good show. I don't think I'd be into that.
Is Spy Family on season 2, right? Or is it on like?
No, it's still season 1.
Season 1.
This is the second half of season 1.
Second half. That's what I saw. Second half of season 1.
That show is so good.
Yeah, it's great. It's not wholesome, but it's pretty funny. I love hearing the end.
I'm gonna work on an Anya costume for Pepper.
Pepper would be great.
If you were to watch,
that would be so cute.
If you were to watch Spy Family, most of that show is inner monologue, and so they hardly ever talk, which is hilarious. If you were to sit back and think about all the conversations they have, most of that show is inner monologue. You have 28 minutes of inner monologue and 4 minutes of people actually talking. But the anime front right now,
I don't think I've ever noticed that, to be honest with you.
Sit back.
I'm just so engrossed with
think about
what's happening. I've never realized that point.
You think about it, it's pretty hilarious. Chainsaw Man is sugar pops. Yeah, check it out. Insanity. It's definitely a playoff of many other Demon Hunter type of animes, but this is a great spin on it. And it's just so wild that the guy. You're caught up, right, Tosh?
Yeah,
I literally
yeah,
have
I
all the
am.
manga in my.
Yeah.
I'm touching them all right
Yeah,
now.
I love the fact that
Steven's watched them all.
I'm gonna say this so we
read
can
them
move
all.
forward. From the anime front, the guy's motivation is to grab boobies in like the first 5 episodes.
It's hilarious.
Yep.
What is this, Golden
That's all
Child?
he wants to do.
Or Golden Boy? What is that?
Golden
Study,
Boy,
study,
yeah.
study, study,
That's all
study,
he
study,
wants to do.
study.
His motivation is grabbing boobs, and I think it's apps.
He just wants to get laid. That is
That's
all.
it.
Grab boobs and just
And when he got motivated over the
enjoy adolescence.
and he was at the little snack machine, and she was like, "I'll let you grab if you help me save my cat." And he was
Jesus
motivated, and he saved the cat, and it was just the weirdest thing.
Motivated.
Yeah, highly motivated. All right, anime front. That's gonna cover it for right now. I know Mike wanted to bring something up, comic related or anything like that. You said
if we had time, it doesn't matter.
got
There was
time.
that post. It was in the group, and it was about what would you delete the DC universe, the animated universe, or the Marvel live action universe.
Christ on a crap.
That might be kind of long for but I thought that would be a good talking point for
get a knee jerk. What I'll go first just to give a good barometer of the situation. Oh man, I would have to say, oh, this is tough. I'd have to say delete the DC animated. Yeah, that's just, and the thing is that I look at it from this perspective. The MCU has pretty much broadened the sweep or the reach of comic books, good and bad. It has its positive and negatives with it. It's made it more mainstream, which is actually dull the blade, but at the same time, it's sharpened the blade because it's reaching more people. DC animated is more for the true of a fan. There's not a lot of adults that you will hear openly admit that they've watched all the DC animated TV shows and movies. But as for a fan base and as for reaching out and bringing more people in, I think that the MCU has done that. Whether it be good or bad, it's done it. As much as I love the DC animated, I think the MCU has done more for a quote unquote loose fan base than the DC animated has. Right there is good. Just leave it where it landed.
Everything haunted in there.
Right.
Got a ghost knocking over stuff.
It was awesome.
All right. Who's next?
All right, who was it?
I say delete DC. That's it. Done.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Jay?
I think I might have to delete the MCU.
Okay.
I think I'm getting rid of the MCU. Because I actually agree with Lou that the MCU has done a lot to increase the fandom. But what kind of fans do we actually get? Like,
that's why I said dull and sharpen the blade at the same time. Yeah.
And most of them could care less about comic books. And a lot of these people that we have writing these movies now are almost shitting on comic books, like they think they're better than the source material. So it's like, yeah, the first 10 years were dope because we got to see a lot of nice, cool comic book movies, but now we're getting She-Hulk. So it's like,
no, I'm saying I agree with you. Is the fact that they have expanded the reach of comic book movies and made more comic book fans, and sharpened and dulled the blade at the exact same time.
Yeah.
To Quincy's point, which we always hear, and I love to hear it, is that he has to correct these MCU fans on Marvel comic issues.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about it, is that it's piquing their interest to the point to where they have to run into people like you and I and Quincy and Mike, and we have to check them. And hopefully that our checking does not discourage them from learning more, but encourages them to be like, all right, cool. I'm going to get a subscription to XYZ, or I'm going to run down to the comic shop and pick up the issues or the trades that
I wish that happened.
That somebody,
I hope
it's possible.
I wish that happened.
You know, you may get that Mendoza line of people, that 330, 350 batting average of people that do it. But it's like, I'll take it. I'll gladly engage with people over conversation about this stuff. And that's my whole thing. Is that as long?
And then you think about some of the classic the DC animated shows like Batman the animated series.
Mhm.
How can you can't delete that?
No.
Then you got Justice League Unlimited, Justice League. Like you can't get rid of that stuff. Those are ridiculous.
You're right.
You got Young Justice. So aside from just the movies, this is too many.
You're absolutely correct. I just really think that to bring people in is that the DC animated universe, in my personal opinion, is very niche. Is very much like if you're in the know, you're in the know. But part of my philosophy is bring as many people in as you can. And if they hang out, then they do. If they don't, then they leave. And if they want to get knowledge and get educated on things, then they will. And that's my whole thing, is that they want to learn more about Cap and they want to learn more about Cyclops for whatever reason. They want to learn some more about Cyclops.
Because he's awesome.
I had to wake Mike up for a second. But that's just the whole thing. I know. I'm messing with you. But I think that education of people, as long as you can pay that information and that knowledge forward, it's going to bring as long as they get that intro to it. Like we all had intros. We had Spinner Racks. We had X-Men comics. We had Superman comics, Batman comics that all brought us in. Some of these people are just stumbling across these movies because it's a popular thing to sell a t-shirt at Target. So they run across it. I would not, if I had to choose one of the two, if I didn't have to choose, I would delete neither one of them. But I think that the MCU has made a bigger impact in the most recent culture because the DC animated is more of a niche thing because it's been around since the 90s. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm looking to pull in more people to get them on, not our level, but to get our group up to 500, 600 people, 1,000, but if they can fall in here, we can teach them, each one teach one. I look at it that way.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'll go with you with Megan. I would say delete DC. I really would, and not because it was a better content, but there was nothing that. And I love the DC universe. I promise you, I do. Yes. But there's not one thing that gave me that feeling that I got when Captain America picked that hammer up. I'm sorry. And there's not one feeling I got from that whole DCU that I got from seeing Wakanda the first time. And it's not. That hit my soul. And none of that. Come on, Jay, you dress up to go see the damn movie. None of that. I got none of that from the whole DCU. Those feelings that I got when I saw those movies, I want to keep them. I got to keep that. I do. Chill bumps. Think about it. I love that stuff. So I agree with everything y'all said. But the way they made me feel, that's it.
So you got that good feeling, then you got that Moon Knight feeling too.
The Moon Knight's trash. You got Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. It's the same shit.
But Teen Titans Go is good though.
It has its moments. It has its moments. It has its moments.
You got Beast Boy.
Listen, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Because at some point, you just have to be a 12-year-old boy. But seriously, with Teen Titans Go?
Listen, I used to come over my husband's house when we were dating, and he'd be watching Teen Titans Go. Like, he was watching, like, burritos versus burgers?
You know what she did?
I think that was the episode.
She walked in and said, hey, let's go see Breakfast at Tiffany's. I got tickets. That's what the fuck happened. All right, Quincy. Listen, I know you're divided for the most part, but where would you go?
This is all of DC animation? Is that?
Mm-hmm. I guess. I think that's what the booth said. I'll put it in the chat right now.
I'm sorry. Marvel can go. I'm sorry. Like everything that MCU is, Young Justice with their world building is probably better than that. Like it's just too much. The catalog's too deep for me, and it's more accurate. Honestly, like
it is more accurate
for the most part. And, that's what I look for first. And like MCU does have those moments, and I guess they have an advantage because it's live action. But like, give me the DCU, give me the first season of Justice League Unlimited, give me the Star-Crossed 3-part episode from Justice League, give me Young Justice all 4 seasons, like all the characters they introduced in there.
I'm
Give
almost done with
me
season 2 of that right now.
Give me Emerald Knights. Like, give me all that stuff.
Emerald
Like,
Knights.
come on, I'm not deleting that.
What was the episode? I think it was Justice League, where Batman was he had to console the little girl who was about to die.
That was
Ace. He had to console Ace. Yeah,
Justice League
on,
epilogue episode.
He held her hand.
There's some feelings in there if you look back.
Yeah, it's some feelings in there, but it was nothing like Wakanda.
No,
it was nothing hit my soul like that. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing hit that. Avengers Assemble. Not one thing hit that.
I'm going to ask.
I was crying like a little baby in that fucking theater. Bro, nothing hit that.
I agree with you. I want to get Tashi's opinion. As much as MCU that you've absorbed in the DC universe.
She's hoping she's gonna get by quietly.
Yeah, she's not gonna get by quietly. No. She ate her pasta.
Well, I was like, ate
her pasta. Now she's back in the game, so she's good.
I'll say, it's probably not going to be fair because I haven't watched Justice League Unlimited.
Wait, what?
So
you haven't watched Justice League Unlimited?
It has an age limitation.
What have you been doing with your life?
God damn. He is questioning all 16 years of your life.
Saying
He's
this
like, I taught
to be funny.
Oh, that's on HBO Max.
I'm saying this to be funny, but does Super Friends count?
That's DC animation.
Super Friends?
No, it doesn't.
I remember Super Friends.
It counts.
One that I would get rid of. I would probably say Marvel.
Can't get rid of Young Justice.
Yeah, I was like,
no,
I didn't see that either. I didn't see it coming.
And the DC animated movies are really good. Like they're really
great.
good. They're not super long. They're not 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah.
So it's nice and concise. And for me, I feel like I could watch one and not have to reference a previous movie to understand what's going on.
That is a good point.
So that's an important part.
But that also goes to Quincy's point of the accuracy, and if you want to understand
the world building,
yeah. And so I agree with. I agree with everybody's decisions. Me personally, I do, because DC was just it's deeper. It's more of where we are from as a group. But Quincy, what in the DC to reference what Mike said earlier, what in the DC animated universe gave you the same feelings as Wakanda Forever or Cap finally getting the hammer?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
What gives you that feeling?
I said that, like, that's a spike though. That's like a moment. Like overall,
it's a moment.
It's a moment. Like overall, like am I going to get rid of all the quality content for 5 minutes?
No, not just for 5 minutes.
Well,
I'm talking about
for this post, we'd have to choose for 1 minute. Yeah, and I'm gonna go with that feeling.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I can take that with me. I can take that feeling with me forever, bro. I can take that. I can still take that forever.
But you diverted from the question. What in DC animated has given you the same feeling as any of the epic moments that MCU has given us? Not saying that the MCU moments are better.
I said nothing. Nothing matches that, but like that's 5 or 10 minutes in one hand, or everything that's in DC in the left hand, with the storytelling, the action, and the variety of characters. I'm taking DCU, like the animation all the time. Now, I would even take the 2 seasons of Avengers Assemble over MCU, because they did better than what Marvel's did. Yeah, they did better than
listen, let's pause this. Before Phase 4.
Yeah.
Let's go up until Phase 4 started. This is just my personal
stipulations. Go ahead.
This is my personal question. My personal question. Because you can't sit here and tell me that everything that DC animated has ever put out is effing golden.
No, you can't.
There's a couple stinkers.
It's had their version of the quote unquote Phase 4.
Yeah.
It's had their Phase 4 effect.
Oh no.
But those are so few and far between, though. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything as bad as Phase 4 quality.
If they stay with that Audrey Romano crew, everything that they did was good. Pretty much. When they get that new crew.
So you got 4. You got 4 seasons.
Live
4
action?
seasons of Batman animated series, which won awards. And you got 2 seasons of the original Superman. Like, I'm not losing those. I'm not losing Justice League. I'm not losing Young Justice. I'm not losing the the Teen Titan cartoons that came out,
Lois and
the Judas
Superman.
contract. I'm not losing any of that comic accurate stories for MCU. Like it's not an easy choice. Don't
I never said
wrong.
it was.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be tough.
Well, this is just for like people listening. I don't like it's not easy. I'm sorry. It's just to me it's just more of a good thing. It just is like
there's no wrong answer.
Like I don't like Teen Titans Go. I hate that. I hate those shows.
I like it because my son liked it, and it was a good segue into him getting into superhero stuff.
Like
so that's why I started getting into it, and then it was real meta. Like it didn't take itself too seriously, and even it joked on itself how it wasn't as good as the other Teen Titans.
Even Dark Knight, Dark Knight Returns. I don't know if you guys saw the first and second part, the ones that had the guy that played RoboCop voice in Batman. Those were really good.
Weller or something.
Yeah, those are really good.
Peter Weller.
Yeah.
This is how I made my decision, and it actually made it kind of easy for me. I always go to, if I was stuck on a deserted island, which catalog would I want to watch or have with me to keep me entertained for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
And the MCU would not keep me entertained for the rest of my life.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
The DC animated stuff.
You're right.
You're right. A lot of stuff there.
You're right, because they've been around since like 90s. I can dig that. Strictly for the catalog itself, it's gigantic.
The numbers alone, but
yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm not getting rid of
There's no wrong answer.
Nothing is getting rid of that.
I'm not trying to
feeling
convince anybody that their answer is incorrect. I'm just, I agree. DC animated is amazing.
And I know we're shitting on Phase.
I as well.
I know we're shitting on Phase 4 recently, but let's not forget about Phase 2. I mean, we had Winter Soldier and Avengers and Guardians
on TV right now.
But we had Iron Man 3. We had 4.
I don't remember that movie at all. I promise you, I don't.
Like it's a classic now. Like I'll watch Iron Man 3 all day compared to anything in 4. Well, that's not true, but like it's better than a lot that's happened recently. But like it's been up and down. Like to me, like they really hit a stride like towards the end of 2 going into 3. Phase 3 was just the best. It was just like,
and I think just as a side note, I think Phase 3 was the best because they took all the good stuff they learned from 1 and half of 2, and they learned all the bad stuff from half of 2, and they applied to 3, and it just made all this stuff better. I'm sorry, I haven't messed with Mike all night. So you're stuck with Captain America: First Avenger 2. So like that's you got to watch that too. That's in.
If I gotta watch it, I gotta watch it. I'm not getting rid of the goddamn Wakanda.
I love that movie. I really do.
And I'm not getting rid of Avengers Assemble. I'm just not gonna do it. It ain't gonna happen. Not at all.
I love it.
Can't pick that hammer up and lit Thanos' ass up. Goddamn it, no. Not at all.
When that hammer started shaking, oh yeah, I was with it. I was.
When he looked over his shoulder, he said, "Sam said on your left, Cap." And he looked over there and hiccup.
I'm like
T'Challa and crew.
I'm like,
oh man, get over it. It's nothing. I'm getting rid of that for nothing. Not at all.
Yeah,
y'all can have it. And I love the DCU. Promise you, I love the DCU with all my heart.
That was a good line.
But I can't get rid of that. Not at all. And then,
I knew it.
Who said it? Was it Lou that said that Black Panther was Jay was as close as we came to world peace?
The world peace.
Like everybody felt good around that time.
Everybody came through.
Everybody came together.
That Black. Now they hate him, but Black Panther won. Everybody was on.
Say that again.
Huh?
Say what now?
I need James Gunn to make a Red Lion movie.
Red Lion.
Y'all know who
I know
Red
Lion
is?
The
Christopher Priest. He was
the
Marvel.
DC character.
He made
Black Panther,
DC's T'Challa.
I'm with that. That was after the Priest
same
one.
suit and everything except it's red.
I remember that. I remember that now.
I've seen the picture, but I never know the story behind it.
Wow.
He's the same thing. He's the king of an African country.
Yeah.
The suit looks super similar.
Why would Priest why would he troll Marvel? He did some of the best stories. Like the whole thing was based on what he made.
They didn't treat him well.
Yeah, they shat on him. Well. They shat on Priest.
Because Priest, everything, Agent Ross, the Dora Milaje, everything
That's
except Shuri was all Shuri. I think Reginald Hudlin did, but everything else was on Priest. He created that whole world.
Yeah, everything we like about Black Panther now is
Priest, 100%.
Yeah.
Hey. I don't think Marvel did him well. I think they did him kind of dirty. So,
hey, is Priest writing? Is it Priest that's writing the new Daredevil right now? Can anybody tell me that? Somebody.
I don't think it is.
So one of the really good writers is actually writing Daredevil right now. and I really like the run. I like what's going on in that. But man, quick comic note: the new Photon came out Wednesday. Monica
Morales came out too.
Yeah, Monica Rambeau has a new comic line. Just dropped on Wednesday. Miles Morales dropped a new one last week. I think it was last week.
Last week. It was last Monday. Last Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Red,
I remember that.
Red Lion. I remember that dude. But
isn't Red Lion like a?
I thought it was
what's it called? Like a food store?
No, that's
like
Food Lion.
Food Lion.
That's the street in the Northeast, so Red Lion Road. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
One of the most dangerous intersections in the United States.
Red Lion,
yeah.
Wasn't Red Lion a reggae singer back with Shabba Ranks?
That was
Mad Lion.
Oh,
Mad Lion,
there we go. Back when Tashi was just a baby.
Is he the one that did the Flex Time?
Flex.
Yeah,
no,
that was Shabba.
No, that wasn't Shabba. Like people were so young. Like when I leave.
No, that was Mad Cobra.
It was Mad Cobra. It was Mad Cobra.
Yeah.
I can't even use that reference with the people I work with because they're so young. Like when I use my flex time, I said flex and no one gets it. And I'm like,
Matt Lion did Take It Easy. He did Take It Easy. Take It Easy. Yeah, that's the one he did.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm
I'm sorry. You said, what was it, Mad Cobra?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mad Cobra.
And then, I'm sorry. I was... Wasn't there like a malt liquor called King Cobra?
No, there was what's it called? There was
it was Red Bull.
the movie, what was it? No. There was the movie with Michael Jai White, Black Dynamite.
Oh, Black Dynamite.
Where it was
not one.
God. It makes you
no. What was the movie? I'm sorry, I'm on a complete tangent right now, but I'm gonna stop it. Was it Undercover Brother where they were controlling people with fried chicken?
That's Undercover Brother. General's Fried Chicken.
General's Fried
Chicken.
But Black Panther, but Black Dynamite, they were making penises small with the malt liquor.
Oh gosh. Now I remember.
Black Dynamite 1 was a classic. That cartoon was
it Billy D. Williams, the general?
It makes
Billy D. Williams was the general.
Yeah,
he was the general.
Yeah, conspiracy.
Come on
brother.
down.
Dave Chappelle was conspiracy brother.
Mm-hmm. Get you an 8-piece nappy meal.
And what was Charlie Sheen's ex-wife? She was in the movie.
Richards.
As the white she-devil.
Yeah, exactly.
Best intro she ever had. I'm sorry. When she came up with them glasses walking in, oh shit.
No, the
watched
fight.
that like 3-4 times.
The fight
was beautiful too. But you got to get to the beautiful. When she walked up though, killer. That damn.
Yeah. Was it everything we thought it would be?
It was everything out.
She had pig nipples.
Yeah. Damn duck boots.
Oh, that movie's a classic.
Oh my god!
Extra mayo on mine, please.
Extra mayo on mine.
And see, I'm that guy though. I like mayo.
I like
all
mayo
my
too. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, what is that? A
like
white thing?
Yeah.
Put some mayo on my.
I didn't know that was a black thing. I didn't know that. I
got
went mayo.
substituted with
mayo on my
Miracle
shit.
And as a white person, I detest.
I put mayo on French fries.
Oh,
it makes my skin crawl.
Oh,
mayonnaise makes my
put it
skin
in my
crawl.
chili from Wendy's.
I don't know where it
mayonnaise.
comes from.
She said mayonnaise. MAY.
I gotta get Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip works too.
Mayonnaise from Miracle Whip.
No.
Oh, even worse.
I gotta get real mayo or Dukes. I'm
It's
down
sweet.
south. I gotta,
Dukes.
Miracle Whip's got like sugar in it.
Dukes. We have like a mayonnaise off right now.
Dukes.
Yeah, if you live down here, it's Duke's mayonnaise. If somebody asked you who made the potato salad, and then you said you ain't used Duke's, you taking that whole tray of potato salad home with you. Here.
No, for real, I use Hellman's with olive oil.
That's Duke's
You're
life.
fancy.
If I need to add mayonnaise to anything, but I normally don't because I think mayonnaise is
No.
Nope.
I've never even heard of that being something that'll just close the deal. Like, what kind of mayo is in this? Like, I can't use it.
Oh.
Well, if you come to Pittsburgh, you can't use any other ketchup but Heinz. If you use
what other kind
Heinz,
of ketchup is there?
There's
Oh
Hunt's,
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Hunt's
there's a bunch
ketchup.
of generic
Hunt's
stuff.
ketchup is not the same color.
It's not.
That's why I don't trust it. It's not the same color as every other ketchup on the shelf. That's why I can't trust it. Because
well, the reason you can't use anything but Heinz was made in Pittsburgh.
They named
like
the stadium after
factory in Philly.
They named, didn't it like a factory or something like that? They make like mustard, relish, and ketchup.
They made all of it down here.
All right, to bring it back to comics.
No idea.
Ketchup and mayo.
I'm talking. We're going to deleting the MCU and stuff. There was a girl in my class, right? Beautiful little girl. This year, she sat right next to me. She was, and she had
Jones must be asleep.
Her. Oh, she been gone. Cause ain't no damn one.
Yo, that 6-foot woman's gonna put a foot in your ass.
No, because there's more to it. There's more. I can't. The girl was pretty. I didn't talk to her on purpose.
I didn't talk to her. I didn't look at her, but she was pretty, and she talked to me all the time.
This back to. I'm thinking about the meme that Mike posted on his page about this is how we doing in women out in the streets. I'm sure all of y'all saw it because in the meme, some chick dancing to this dude. He said, "Get away from me!" And he mushed her.
I'm not doing it. So, but anyway, this girl came with a Marvel backpack. So I'm looking like, all right. Then she pulled a notebook. She had a Marvel keychain, and she had like her notebook had the Batman from Robert Pattinson all taped to it. So I'm like, I asked her, so are you like into comics or what's going on? I did ask her that. She said yes. And I said, all right, I might need to find a new seat. But
and that's how I met Quincy.
But I was like, wow, because of the MCU, you got girls out there in the comics. You didn't have that back in the day. I promise you.
Very true.
True.
Not at 19.
One out of like, I'm gonna say 12, 1 out of 15 girls back in our age demographic.
Exactly. You know how much fun I got made up by girls.
I mean, you guys got 7 years on this.
Yeah,
I lucked out because I was big and played sports.
Yeah,
you was what?
I was like an oxymoron.
Yeah,
that was big and played sports.
Like breaking people's legs on the football field and then like picking up,
mess around and get a trade.
Captain America comic book afterwards, like.
Yeah, you see. Yeah, I'm like you. I was an athlete in school, but I also had that part of me that wasn't exposed all the time. So, but I'm with you. But yeah, I mean, you get. Don't do that. Don't do that. Shelf that. Yeah, put that back.
Yeah, I hope so. You're exposing yourself.
You put yours back. I put mine back.
Hold on. Right. Whoa.
Look at this.
I ain't got nothing now.
Yeah, see.
I didn't say exposed.
Look,
Winter Soldier is the dopest dope as hell. I promise you.
What?
They doing the elevator scene right now.
That was a segue for your ass.
It.
Oh yeah, I had to rewind it.
He grinded.
Went from sword fighting to Winter Soldier.
Because I had to. Because y'all gonna go out there. Somebody got to bring it back. Somebody got to rescue us.
Me and Quincy gonna argue like you and him argue, but it's on a different level.
Sword fight.
Sword fighting.
So.
That was last
my
week.
husband wanted me.
You saw it for
No, we have like a code word when there are no ladies on the show.
Oh, word.
Yeah, you got to be here.
Yeah, you had to live it. Anyway.
Yikes. I was going to just mention to Quincy about the Star Baker thing on Destiny 2. My husband, I make him watch the Great British Baking Show with me, and when the person wins that week, they become Star Baker. And apparently, this season's holiday thing on Destiny 2, when you win your what is it? Your star or whatever, you become the Star Baker.
Is he doing it? Because I'm not.
I have no idea what my husband's doing.
He might be raising Sarah Funkers right now. I did it one year. Tasha, when she used to play Destiny,
Colorado.
Yeah, she made the cookies.
I mean, I'll be honest. I think my husband wants to be a Star Baker because I watch Bake Off religiously, and I think he wants that medal.
After
because he
sorry,
he watches it with me. Listen, the Marshawn Lynch episode is hilarious. There is nothing funnier or more entertaining because the U.S. always attempts to do a version of the Great British Baking Show, and I guess Roku got the rights to it, so they decided to do a celebrity holiday version. and no one cared about the hosts. I knew one, Ellie Kemper from The Office. No one cared about the 90% of the people who were the bakers, but Marshawn Lynch was, and he was so funny.
Marshawn Lynch is a funny dude.
He is like, I want him to be the host. If they're going to do the show, I want him to host it. I want him to leave football and be the host of this show because he is so funny and so entertaining. It's just, I would watch it every week. Nothing like he was trying to roll dice with other because it was one of these things where they're like, what's your favorite Christmas memory? Make a cake. He's like, I used to roll dice with my grandpapa. So he did this lemon cake or like lemon drizzle cake and started trying to do like roll dice with other bakers. And he finished it like an hour before everybody else did. And like was walking around and like talking to people too.
Shooting dice, baking cakes.
And when they were judging his cake, he's like, Paul Hollywood, cut me off a slice too, and he ate like the cake while everybody else was eating their cake.
He's a
it was amazing.
Lynch.
It was.
Yeah, he's funny.
Oh,
he's an honorable dude.
Oh,
but listen, man, great episode. Shout out to Randy Green at the beginning. He actually had a concert to do. He's out in California right now. Yeah,
Fancy.
Shout out to him. Thanks for joining us. And shout out to all you guys. We're taking next week off because, ta-da, it's Christmas. And
are we doing two or just the one? Because the next one is New Year, so we're just gonna do the one.
TBD.
TBD.
We'll play it by ear for y'all. We'll let y'all know.
My producer QP the Source is gonna keep me abreast.
I'm good either way. Y'all let me know I'm ready.
What's up, Tash?
Yeah, we can watch the ball drop.
So that being said, if we're not coming back until the new year, that first week is when the winter anime season starts. So you guys can start expecting posts.
Oh, is it that week?
As well.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it starts January 3rd.
Look, just because you got a lineup.
This is enthusiasm.
New lineup.
No, listen. It is. I'm glad y'all saw that.
Oh, it's that
I'm
week?
glad you saw that.
He getting fly because he got a lineup. Look at this.
I finished my list. There are a lot of shows where people are being put to another world. Even at least 3 or 4 shows. In the title, it says in another world. I'm like, oh boy.
Did they get sent there by Truck Coon?
Yep, probably. Probably going to get hit. Get hit and get reincarnated.
Here we go. Look at this. J-Pat, I hate you.
The time I was reincarnated by slime into a Momo girl.
That show was way better than I thought it was. The one where it's like the time I got reincarnated as a slime. I was like, this show's going to be dumb.
That show is actually in the top, I think it was top 5 or top 8 animes of 2022.
Really?
Yeah, no joke.
I watched it and I was like, this show's going to be stupid.
Yeah, it gets a lot of hype. I haven't watched it because I thought it was, when I first heard about it, I was like, this has got to be ridiculous. Yeah. And then it blew up that it got more than one season. I was like, okay, maybe there is something here that at some point I'm going to have to get into.
Yeah, Attack on Titan, the final season. That one. MHA,
Attack
of course.
on Titan got too
this is the final season. That's why they kind of tying a knot in it because it just got way off the train tracks like we do every week.
Yo, the manga's. I'm not gonna use the word, but
for real. But like I was saying, we're gonna tie a knot in this. We're gonna take either a week off, 2 weeks off, TBD. If you want to know when we're gonna come back, definitely check out the Facebook group, Multiverse Unlimited on Facebook. We're taking more and more members every day. We greatly appreciate all the members that we get. Password is still Anti-Life, the podcast, right?
Yes.
All right, great. We haven't plugged this in a while, but please, if you have any questions, concerns, gripes, input, please feel free to email us at.
I'm here.
What did you say?
He said, "Shove it up your ass." Please feel free to.
You can message me.
Yeah.
I'm Megan.
Please
feel free to message me with your
That
complaints, comments,
But if
whatever.
you're not actually on Facebook, there's a handful of people that actually aren't. Please feel free to email us at multiverseuunlimitedpodcast@gmail.com. That is multiverse. It's a lot of words, but it's multiverseuunlimitedpodcast@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We'd love to, hear from you guys, talk to you some more. But man, like I said at the beginning, shout out to Randy Green for showing up. And shout out to the rest of the crew. Professor Mike Jones, Meghan the Oracle, QP the Source, Ultra Doom J Pat, and Tash the Anime Queen, aka the Birthday Girl. We love you. And this is Cosmic Lou. And like I like to say every week, please, please, please be kind to all that you meet because you have no idea what battles they're facing. So until next time, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you guys later. We're out. Mahalo.
Peace.
Rest in peace, Twitch.
Bye.